Hi guys, thanks for dropping by. Welcome to the channel. I'm glad you can make it. We're going to continue on doing comedy here. This time we're going to watch Would I Lie to You? This is one of the clips where, someone comes out and you got to decide who he is. This is my featuring Andy with David Mitchell, Paul Foote, and Joe Brand. So we're going to watch it and see who's lying and who's not. And we'll see if we can pick them out. So be sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, share the video. Well, let's just get to it.
Please welcome this week's special guest, Andy. So, Joe Brand, what is Andy to you?
It's Andy, and he once helped me break into an ex-boyfriend's house through the dog flap so I could steal all his pants.
Right. Paul, how do you know Andy?
This is Andy. He is a great believer in telekinesis, and together we conduct experiments to try and move objects with the power of our minds.
OK, and finally, David, what's your relationship with Andy?
This is Andy. I once accidentally nudged him into a fountain whilst trying to take a photo of a tank.
Well, there we are. Joe's fellow pants pincher, Paul's psychic sidekick, or David's fountain friend. Lee, where do you want to start?
Joe. Just talk us through the incident again.
Well, I was probably about 18-ish, something like that.
Yeah.
And
You just got in from a long hitch, had you?
Yeah. And Andy was a friend of mine, and I was going out with this bloke who was a millionaire. We went to a party next door to his house. He ended up snogging someone else at this party.
All right. Who did he snog?
A woman with blonde hair. I can't remember her name.
Roisin.
So I was quite cross, and I just wanted to do something to make my feelings.
And you decided to go through the dog flap?
Yeah.
What kind of dog did he have?
A St Bernard. No. No, he had a fat Scotty dog.
Like a Highland Terrier?
Yeah.
They're tiny.
I know, but I was thin at the time, so I used to be thin when I was a teenager.
You might have been thick, but you weren't, like, 1 foot high. Even terriers are like big cats.
I didn't walk straight through. I wiggled through it. It's like yeah.
What was Andy's part in this?
Andy's part in it was that he helped push me through from the garden.
Not as easy now, is it? You needed a friend to get you through that time.
Well, a bit, yeah, and he kept watch in case...
Case what?
The neighbours noticed.
Yeah, best way to stop anyone noticing someone going for a dog flat is to have someone stood up next to him.
Yeah, a complete stranger standing next to the door is a bit suspicious.
Well...
When you got in the house, what did you do?
Went to his bedroom.
Yeah.
Got all his pants out of the drawer and all his pants out of the washing basket. Threw them out into the garden. And then we went and chucked them in a bin and then went to the pub or something.
Why the pants? If he's a millionaire, why didn't you take... What, if you were going to break in and risk getting arrested, why didn't you steal something or break something or write on, like, a painting?
Because a bit of me wanted to do something that he would think was a bit weird and
did he ever
possibly not know it was me.
Did he ever find out?
I never saw him again.
So you don't know to this day if he ever...
No.
He knows now.
He knows now, yeah.
Well, hopefully he's dead, so he doesn't. The
good thing is, Joe, as long as you've moved on. Blimey.
Right, who else would you like to quiz?
OK, Paul, so you believe that it's possible to move an object with the power of thought?
Yeah, it's not just possible, we've done it.
What things have you moved?
We moved a vase.
You moved the vase? Right. How far did the vase move?
About half an inch.
Right.
About.
How many times have you done this, Paul?
We've moved things about 3 or 4 times.
What other things have you moved?
We moved a crisp packet.
Well, they do... Was the window open, by any chance?
No, it was full, and there was no wind. There's no way that could have moved. It turned.
How do you know it just didn't move on its own without telekinesis?
Because if you put a crisp packet in conditions with no wind, it won't just turn.
It could go on its own if it was walkers.
It's got air in it.
Just saying. Or skips.
Oh, skips in.
Can you move fruit?
Oh, hello.
But, you know, I couldn't... It would take some time. It takes... And it doesn't work in this kind of environment with sceptical people watching and everyone all just sort of judging.
Is it better with gullible people? You've moved a vase, a crisp packet.
Yeah.
You said there were two others. What are they?
A remote control.
A remote control. Remote control, and what was the
A
last?
cushion.
Have you ever visually seen anything move, or have you closed your eyes, opened them, and it's moved?
Yeah, we've always closed our eyes.
Yeah.
And...
Do you know what? I think I know what's going on.
No, but neither of us moved. We were both at opposite ends.
No, I know. I'm not doubting you, Paul. I'm just saying your friend Andy might be a bit of a charlatan.
What about David?
Where did this happen then? Come on, tell us all.
It happened at a military museum in France.
Military museum in France. You've taken a photograph of a tank.
Which military museum in France?
Good question.
It was called the Musée des Blindés.
Well, what does that mean in English?
I think it means there's a museum of armour.
Right. He knows I can't argue with him. Say anything.
Whereabouts in France?
I think it's quite near. It's sort of in the middle-ish on the left.
Now you're talking my language.
And what were you doing there?
I was looking round the museum.
Museums, tank museums.
Yeah.
Do you do this often?
Well, we were. Me and I've got a wife now.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
It's definitely a lie.
To be honest, I'm surprised that's never come up on the card. You'd never have believed it.
So this is quite recently.
It's last summer.
Last summer, you said, "Darling, it's time for you to know the truth about me."
Well,
now it's time to know the real me. Museums, France, come on!
I knew you had a microphone in our bedroom.
So, talk us through the incident with Andy and how that actually happened.
Well, outside the sort of front bit, there's like a piece of artillery and a tank. And I wanted to take a picture of the tank as well, I might. You know.
What sort of tank was it, David?
It was a German tank.
Was it?
A Tiger tank.
A Tiger tank.
Yeah.
So you've taken a photograph of your granddad's tank, and then how did it crop up? I want to know the actual mechanics of how
Well,
he ends up
I've not taken the picture at this point. I'm trying to get the tank in frame. I was backing away, you know, just slowly, and there was a sort of pondy, fountainy bit, which people...
A what?
A pondy, fountainy bit.
Oh, right. I genuinely thought you were speaking French again.
Yeah.
The pondy,
Fountainy bit.
Ah!
And I just...
You backed into it.
I backed it, I just sort of with my elbow.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, he was obviously...
He was obviously what?
It was obviously... I don't know, I was about to say, you know, I was about to see how that sentence finished myself, Lee. But now I need another run-up.
Here we go. This is what I want to know. You've backed into him. There
Yeah.
can only be two things. He's either looking at you, and for some reason beyond anything, he just thought, well, I better just stand here and be pushed into the fountain, or he's facing the fountain, in which case, why is a man facing a fountain so far? Was he weeing into the fountain?
He was standing on the rim, eating a baguette.
Was he?
Okay.
Was he? Was he wearing a beret? Did he have onions round his neck?
No.
How deep was the water into which he fell?
About 8 feet.
8 feet?
Not 8 feet. Not 8 feet. No, it was about a foot.
All right, we need an answer. So, Lee's team. Is Andy Joe's fellow pants pincher, Paul's psychic sidekick, or David's fountain friend?
Okay, so... Okay, the psychic, well, you know, put that away. That's, I'm not gonna... I don't think that's it. So David or the woman there's the pants stealer and the pusher. So I'm gonna say it's the woman. I don't know what her name is, Joe Brand. Yeah, I'm going to say it's her. Okay.
David's fountain friend.
You think it's David's fountain friend?
Without a doubt.
Well, please tell me at least there's a doubt.
I've never felt more confident.
Wow. Ray, are you of sound mind?
I agree. I agree. I
You
think
agree as well?
Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, it was David.
Lee,
David.
you're not as sure.
I'm not sure it's David. Usually I would have dismissed someone pretending that they've moved a vase half-inch. There's something about Paul that makes me think, yeah, he looks like the kind of man who in his own deluded mind thinks he has done it. And which in itself is the truth, doesn't it? If you think it's true, then it's true. But I think Joe's stories is the most likely because I've known Jo for some years and I can confirm she is bitter and twisted.
So your two teammates say one thing, you say another. What are you going to do?
So we'll go with David's ludicrous story and say that it was David.
Saying it's David. OK. Andy, would you please reveal your true identity?
Hi, my name's Andy, and I helped Jo steal her ex-boyfriend's pants.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andy, thank you very much.
Okay, so it was the, what's her name? Jo Brand's story that she broke into her ex-boyfriend's house, I guess, and stole all his pants. Women do that stuff. Women do that stuff all the time. So I was pretty sure it was her. The psychic, you know, come on, you can't move things with your mind. If that was possible, if someone could do that, I would have heard about it. You know, there would be on the news at least. I don't think that's possible at all. You know, you need some sort of energy. You can't just throw energy out of your brain. You need some force to move it. So that was like, yeah, put that one on the side there, and we'll get back to it. The story told by David Mitchell, you know, that was possible because he seems like the museum type guy. You know, the war in the Peep Show, he's talking about Stalingrad and all that. So that seems like it might be possible. You know, accidentally bumping into someone and knocking him in the fountain, that happens too. So could have been them, but I was pretty sure it was the woman. So thanks for watching. Hope you got it right. If not, well, you can watch it again and try again. You know, be sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and pass the video around. Maybe somebody you know would like to see it. And we'll see you soon. Have a nice day.